you. Men yelling my name. I love it. Okay, welcome to the show. It's a different kind of show today.
That's right.
All right, so a while ago we had on the author of Committed, Elizabeth Gilbert, a book called Committed. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love, and then she wrote this book, Committed. And a lot of the book is about the history of marriage and what it means to us in our culture and in other cultures. And in the essence, the book talks about statistics that women who are married live shorter lives. This was the statistic. This is not my opinion. So, and that men who are married live longer. Yes, and it talked about that women, you know, now in their 30s and 40s who are either divorced or find themselves never having been married should take comfort in the fact that it's okay to be on your own and live your own life. You know, and that you're not yesterday's used clothes. You know,
Right.
It's not something to feel badly about. Because I said to, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, I saw this and I thought maybe I was.
Just checking on my phone.
Oh,
Praying for my life.
you're praying? You have a good marriage, Alec.
Oh, I'm first.
Well, no, but I mean, I want you guys to join in because we're going to talk to our staff because we have a lot of single women on our staff of all different ages. So we're going to bring them out to talk. Some divorced, some never married. And so this book today we're going to discuss is by Lori Gottlieb, and it's called Marry Him. Okay, so here's the case in this book. It's the case for settling for Mr. Good Enough. I had some. I'm interested in talking to Lori because there's a lot of it that I, you know, found that I wanted to talk about. But there are deal breakers. We were talking in the office about some of the things that women say this is a deal breaker, like smoking, not having a job, not being close to his family, or not having, one of the girls literally said this, not having all of his teeth.
Well, at least she knows what it is.
I know, but see, that wouldn't bother me. I mean, as long as it wasn't because he was lazy and not brushing them, that would be bad. Lazy would be, for me, #1 deal breaker, laziness.
Right. I could.
That, to me, is such a turn off. Oh.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh. And I'll tell you, girls, now, we had another argument about this, too, between the guys and the girls in the meeting this morning. I said there was a guy that I dated, you know, after my marriage was over, and, you know, I hadn't dated since I was in my 20s, my early 20s, so it'd been a long time. And he writes me a note, like, after our third date. Okay, and this just rubbed me the wrong way. He signed it with a smiley face. He drew a smiley face on it. And I read the note, I'm like, oh, how nice. Oh, that's not, what's that? And I had this gut instinct that the smiley face told me that he wasn't right. But I did not let that make the decision for me, which one of our producers kept saying, oh, so you just blew the guy off? I'm like, no, I dated him for a few months. But it turned out he was that smiley face. I knew.
You did it. You wish you trusted your gut, right?
Right. And the other thing I don't. XOXO at the end of the thing. XOXOXO.
Yeah. That's not good.
At my age, it's like, no.
Yeah.
And there's one of the guys here, I don't know if he'll show his face, he puts XOXO at the end of all of his emails.
Yeah.
And I said, why do you XO me? XOXO. We're working together. He's like, well, I think it's a nice thing. I said, well, does your wife know you're XOing people?
Yeah, because that's kiss, hug, right?
Well, yeah. Oh, did I not explain what it is?
No, I think we all
I
know.
hope people don't
We
think
all
I'm
know.
talking like Triple X Films or something. Because that, I'm fine with. I'm just kidding. So, you know, they say, should we settle for Mr. Good Enough, which it all talks about in here. And really what she's talking about, it begins with, you know, finding Prince Charming and all the fairy tales. We all know that, right? You take down a walk down the aisle like all the princesses that we see. And, you know, for my generation, it was Princess Diana. You know, I mean, that was a real thing that we stayed up during the night to watch. And, you know, it becomes a big part of, it does come a part of your goals. It's, you don't
it's
really.
such a fantasy, right? It's
Yes.
such a fantasy.
Yes, and you know, it is nice. It's nice to get married and have somebody that you love and share values with and humor and life and the tough times as well. So I think that settling for Mr. Good Enough, I just think marriage is hard work and you go through a lot together, and I think you really have to love somebody, good and bad, and not think, oh, I settled. I think that's a dangerous word. I don't think it's not nice.
No, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, am I already out of time?
Yes.
Oh, I'm way out of time. Okay, you guys, so we're going to talk about this. We're going to bring out the girls from the show. First of all, I'll bring out our author, Lori Gottlieb. I'm really looking forward to talking to her. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned.